But he gives more grace. Therefore it says, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. James chapter 4, verse 6. James is reminding us here that God's grace is completely adequate to meet the requirements imposed on us by that jealousy from the previous verse. Our God is a consuming fire, and his demand for our exclusive faithfulness may overwhelm us. But our God is also merciful, gracious, loving, and willingly supplies all that we need to meet his demands. St. Augustine says, God gives what he demands. For the most part of the book of James, we see a strong emphasis on exhortation, but here we see God's grace being mentioned and what it demands. Proverbs 3:34 is quoted here. God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. The humility introduced in this verse will be the dominant theme for the commands in the next 4 verses. It is plain and clear from this verse, as quoted from Proverbs, we have a condition to receive that grace from God. It is humility before God. The proud, on the other hand, meet only resistance from God. God's opposition toward the arrogant person is recurring in the Old Testament, especially the Psalms. Psalm 18:27 says, For you save a humble people, but the haughty eyes you bring down. And Psalm 34:18 it says, The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. And in Psalm 138:6, For though the Lord is high, he regards the lowly, but the haughty eyes he knows from afar. Now that we know God's grace is available only for those who are humble, how do we then be humble? We will cover that from the study of the remaining passage. Have a blessed weekend.